Jonathan, there is concern about the death toll among Palestinians. Do you think Israeli forces anticipated the level of casualties incurred?
Yeah, I think that the whole civilian issue here really needs to be analyzed impartially and understood. According to the reports that I have gotten, and also to the testimonials and even statements made by Hamas spokesperson, the Israeli hostages were held and jailed by Palestinian civilians in a Palestinian civilian area. And as regrettable as any loss of life is, I think that we would have to investigate really who were the people who jailed these Israeli civilians for 8 months. Why did they do it? What was the role of the surrounding community and the hundreds, if not thousands, of Palestinians who for sure were aware of the fact that the Israeli hostages were being held in their midst? And why were they complicit with Hamas?
But Jonathan, we don't know that they were necessarily complicit with Hamas. All of the casualties that were incurred, there are reports of women, of children who are among the dead. It is appearing to be a high civilian death toll. Would there have been a warning to those civilians for them to get out on time?
For sure, of course, we cannot anticipate Israel to be warning ahead of a raid to extract or to save hostages, because then what the terrorists would do is to kill the hostages, and that would defeat the purpose. So, of course, we cannot expect that. Yes, I agree with you that we do not know for certain that all of the people who may have died today were directly related to the effort to jail and hold Israeli civilians in Gaza for 8 months. There was a significant firefight. According to testimony of Israeli soldiers, there were RPG rockets, heavy machine gun fire, grenades being thrown. And I think we cannot rule out that at least some of the alleged Palestinian casualties were a result of a reckless Palestinian fire. They may have been a result of Israeli fire. We don't know. But the bottom line here, what I think is the most important thing, is that, again, just like we saw in Rafah about 3 months ago, Israeli civilians were held hostage by Palestinian civilians. There were Hamas armed gunmen guarding as well. But the bottom line was that we have complicity of Palestinian civilians.